My name is Willie, and I choose to do a sensory audit on one of my favorite stores, Golf Town. Golf Town's Canada's premier golf superstore. It has locations across the country, and they're all kind of like a big box style format. So I visited the one in South Edmonton Common to evaluate how Golf Town locations appeal to the senses of sight, touch, sound, and smell to improve the customer experience. This photo of me was taken by my 5-year-old daughter. She caught me a little unprepared. We're attracting attention from the sales staff taking pictures, so I decided to go with what I had. This is it. So, sight. The first sense is activated. Walking into a Golf Town will be your sight. The stores are very visually appealing to the customer, and there's a lot to look at. Stores are visually very well organized. The stores are clearly divided into sections, which are grouped together by product type and then further subdivided by brands. Sections are clearly marked and easy to point out and see. From a customer experience perspective, it's really easy to find what you're looking for, or if you're just kind of casually browsing, it's set up so you can be pretty much exposed to everything just walking around. So this is important because research shows that stores that are well organized and customer friendly from a user perspective result in more impulse purchases. Golf Town totally exploits this by laying out the high-end product lines in the high traffic areas. They are front and center. The highly featured expensive items are the first thing that customers are going to notice, and they're heavily marketed with signage. The cheaper lower end product lines are more towards the back of the section, and they're kind of off the minor arteries. So golf is a very brand particular sport, and it's rare to find a serious golfer that has one brand through a whole bag, like all his equipment's just one thing. So they might have a Titleist driver, ping irons, tailor-made putter, and something else for a glove and balls. So the stores are very well set up to navigate these brand preferences. So to do that, they promote the latest models, and to promote those models, they rely heavily on graphics, which you can kind of see in these attached pictures. These graphics are the promotional material that appeals to the brand loyalties. There's also many oversized pictures of popular professional players sprinkled in among the brands that they have endorsement deals with. Golfers like to play the equipment that their favorite pros are playing, and research corroborates this. It shows that millennials especially, those consumers are more likely to purchase a product when they have a positive attitude towards a brand and a celebrity endorsing it. Golf Town's totally bought into this idea by inundating the consumer with visual cues that appeal to this everywhere they look. Also, in Golf Town, green is the dominant color, and green represents golf. In golf, putting surfaces are called greens, and when a player wins the Masters, one of the major tournaments on tour, that player is awarded the green jacket. In marketing, green is associated with relaxing environments. Golf has a reputation for being a relaxing sport or hobby. Golf Town embraces these associations, and customers are going to see this color everywhere. So the next thing is touch. Touch is the strongest sense in the store to maximize the customer experience. Golf Town stores are highly interactive. You can touch almost every product in the store. Not only can you touch it, but it's highly encouraged to try it out and play with the product. There's several dedicated areas that facilitate this. It's not limited to clubs either. It's limited to it can go to clothing, to accessories, to everything. For example, a popular area is the putting green, where any putter for sale can be tried out. This gives a consumer the opportunity to experience different models, styles, sizing, and weights to find the one that will help them make more putts. Golf Town also has several simulators where they can test the distance clubs. Consumers can hit any club off tees, off mats. They can smash the ball into the screen, which will display instant data about the performance outcomes of that shot. So for the serious buyer, Golf Town sales rep will perform a club fitting, and this allows a person to customize their clubs. They can mix and match heads, shafts, and grips into different combinations, and then they can try those combinations in the simulator before buying. Eventually, they'll land on the components that will create the club that is best suited for that player. The more engagement and involvement consumers have with the products, the higher the likelihood that they will purchase it. Also, increasing the likelihood they're satisfied with that purchase because they know exactly what they bought. All of these touch points focus on enhancing that customer buying experience. It's important to note that golf is a sport where there's a lot of emphasis on something known as feel. Feel is the moment when the club strikes the ball and those sensory feedback that is delivered to the player at the time. So this is mainly based on touch and on sound. And Golf Town has created an environment where player gets to feel all of the products. And this greatly influences a customer's experience compared to a store where they don't get to have that level of interaction. So next in Golf Town, sound. So sound is an important part of golf too and the buying experience. As mentioned, sound contributes to that feel of a golf shot. If the performance and the looks of the club are equal, sound is what can be a deciding purchase factor. So research shows that well-struck shots that produce a loud, sharp, and crisp sound is associated with positive feel and overall enjoyment and satisfaction. So this is where the audio experience at Golf Town really shines, will be especially in those hitting bays. They have been designed to maximize that auditory experience. Often you're going to notice that if they play music in the stores, it's almost inaudible in the hitting bays. The bays are designed to minimize ambient sound. They're usually located at the back or the rear of the store and away from the noisier areas. The rooms are enclosed on 3 sides, which helps amplify impact sounds of a shot. It's really loud in those bays when you hit a ball. There's also usually a felt or something, other kind of a sound absorbing material on the wall to reduce an echo and make each shot sound as crisp as possible. A well-struck shot that feels, looks, and sounds good provides customers with that feeling that all golfers are chasing. The hitting bays are designed to amplify that sensory feedback, including sound, from a golf shot. So Golf Town sets these rooms up very well. I've been to other golf shops where you may be hitting in an open area and into an enclosed net using low quality balls. The sound there isn't as concentrated. It gets lost in the open area. That experience isn't nearly as satisfying. So smell. So one thing I uncovered, which I didn't know before during this research, is there's companies out there who are dedicated to enhancing smells in golf clubhouses and golf spaces. They claim that smell is the most emotionally relevant dimension to an interior space, and that smell has a greater impact on purchasing than everything else combined. This surprised me because Golf Town does not follow any of this industry advice. Stores have a completely neutral smell. There's no difference walking into Golf Town than like a Sport Check or something. What else I found interesting is Golf Town carries very few scented products. I thought, okay, if the store doesn't smell, then I should look for things inside of it that do. There's a whole online industry of fragrance products targeting golfers. These are things like perfumes and candles that you can maybe buy as a novelty gift for the hardcore golfer in your life. I couldn't find any of this kind of stuff in the store. The best I found was a shoe deodorizer. So therefore, my recommendations to enhance the customer sensory experience is to focus on smells. The stores maximize other senses at the expense of smell. I think there's an opportunity here. First off, Golf Town should consider introducing ambient scents in the stores. When it comes to enhancing the customer experience, it's been shown that smells evoke memories of good feelings. And Golf Town already has created an environment to engage and experience the products. The smells can enhance the emotions associated with trying those products. Introducing scents, especially in localized areas designed for interaction, could improve the overall customer experience. Pleasant odors can also help reduce stress. Golf is one of those sports, like fishing, that is often regarded as a relaxing, stress-relieving activity by participants. As discussed earlier, marketers associate green, the dominant color in the stores, with relaxing and calming effects. Scents in the stores could build on those visual cues for an overall low-stress customer experience. Research also shows that customers spend more time in pleasant-smelling stores. This gives them more opportunities to engage with the products. The more time consumers spend in the store engaging with products, the better for the store. It increases likelihood of sales. And it's also better for the consumer because they will be surer of their purchase and leave with a sense of excitement to go out to the course and to show off and try out their new swag. So my second recommendation is that if Golf Town is going to introduce odors to the store, introduce odors that customers would experience at the golf course. The experience should be tailored to the customer so they can get a visualization of themselves playing the game. Smells have to supplement the other sensory experiences to augment the reality of being at the golf course while the consumer is having the in-store experience. The experience should attempt to mimic as close as possible the real thing. As mentioned, smells invoke memories. kind of known as odor hedonic perception. And this is where a consumer associates an emotion with an odor. By doing so, odors can have positive impact on one's mood if they evoke positive emotions. If consumers enter a golf town, they should be exposed to the smells that remind them of their best experiences they've ever had out on the golf course. It would not be effective to have scents of vanilla or mint in the air just for the sake of having a smell. Instead, introduce a scent of fresh cut grass over at the putting area, springtime flowers in the simulators, or morning dew where someone can try pushing the bag carts around to recreate the experience the golfer is after. There is an opportunity for a more fulsome sensual immersion in the store through smells. This can improve the overall customer experience. So that wraps up my presentation on Golf Town. Thank you so much for listening.